Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at some of Iceworks stuff, ice gear. So Lagrange, Mersenne, Kronecker, Redshrike. We're just going to have a mess around with building some sequences and things with the KeyStep Pro. So in channel 1 here I have Lagrange, and then I have a Kronecker there, and then a Mersenne, and then finally in track 4 I have this Redshrike. So I'm gonna just get some sort of basic thing down. I'm gonna set my length to 64, so 4 bars. I think I'm on 100 BPM. You might hear the tap. You might hear the metronome, which is coming out of this to give me just to give me a starting point, and then I'll kind of turn it off. But I don't think you'll really hear it, sort of thing, once I start. But it gives me I got it set to give me a 1 bar counting, which is handy for doing things like this. So this is going to be like, I don't know, I guess it might be a bit of a drone, and then we might end up doing something else. Hi 3 Stig, hi Sci, hi Stephen, hi Ed. Yeah, so yeah, should be good for good for fun. I'm gonna just start this off now. So I haven't got it quantized, which is what I want. I'm going to do something with Redshrike on track 4. I'm just going to make it 4 bars long and have a bit of a mess around. Let it do a pass and then start recording. So what I think I'll do is I think the best thing to do with this is now save this particular thing as a scene. So we've got some stuff in track 1 and some stuff in track 4. So I'm going to go save scene and just say scene 1 here. And then I can paste that scene into what's it? So we'll copy scene 1 and paste scene 1 into there. Select scene 2, which it should be exactly the same as scene 1 now. So select track 2. Set there track 2, which is Kronecker. Again 4 bars. Hi wall, hi healing heart. So we've got 4 bars on everything. Well, not we haven't done Mersenne yet, but you know, might find a different sound for that actually. What I'll do, because this has got some sort of delay on it, I'm going to match my tempo with the sequencer on KeyStep Pro. So quite like doing that, and I don't want any of this quantized. So hi Colin, hi Wolf Cry. Oh, hi Tony, how you doing, matey? Right, okay, so let's go. So I'll just switch the old metronome on. Is it on? Metronome on, yeah. Do now, because that I think is scene 2. I shall save the scene 2. Theoretically, scene 1 shouldn't have track 2 in it, so let's go and have a look, see if that works. strangely it does. I'm doing something wrong here. It's been so long since I've actually done this kind of thing with the KeyStep. But anyway, doesn't matter. Neither here nor there. I shall save. What's this scene? Scene. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because it's a I really need to save a different pattern. But okay, that's no problem. We'll just mute that anyway. So. You have to save the mutes and things as scenes. I'll copy scene 2 now and paste that into scene 3. So copy scene 2 and then paste scene into 3 and then select 3, and that should be and then I'll save that scene as that. I need the metronome actually on for that one. Like that, but I think I like that as a scene on its own. I'm just going to save my project as well, just to make sure that none of these changes and stuff get moved. Hope you've all had a nice day. Oh, excuse me. I've missed why Tony's shattered now. Gosh. Right. Talk on the old vapage. Now. What did I say? Yeah, I'm going to copy scene 3 and then paste scene 3 to scene 4. and then load scene 4, and start to add some Mersenne. Starts like a Christmas song. Set the length to 64 steps. Shift the volume, the octaves down loads. That's nice. Yeah. Quite like that. That's really nice down the bass end. So what do you say? We're in scene 4. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay, so right. Oh. I played the wrong notes. I want to start on C. Is there a way to sync AUM with KeyStep Pro? Well, you mean so KeyStep Pro is controlling, so AUM is controlling the KeyStep Pro? No, not really. It's not very good, the iPad. The iPad, right, okay. The iPad will play external synthesizers. And like, I can get this to play these, but this is playing them. It's all very complicated, and I don't. Yeah, well, no, that's what this is doing now. These are playing this, but this is the sequencer for the synths. Do you know what I mean? It's all very thingy, but there are certain things that you can't get AUM to do when it comes to syncing stuff. Like for instance, at the moment, this is running at 100 BPM. It's very difficult to get them both to synchronize, so you're changing the tempo on. I don't know how that works, and tried a few different things, but it's all very weird. But yeah. Well, you can get the iPad to play external synthesizers, hardware stuff. That's really easy. Now I'm dying here. Hang on a minute. Better. Right, okay. So where was I? Yeah, what scene am I in now? Scene 4. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll save the scene again just to be on the safe side, and then I'm going to copy scene 4, and this will remember everything that's happening. So paste scene 4 to 5, select scene 5, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute both of them, but I'm going to go on to different patterns. So I'm going to also save that scene as it is at the moment, so I'm not getting lost. Scene 5. What will happen now is this will sound identical to what we've just been playing, as if those were still muted, but only because there's nothing actually in those patterns now. So if like they're empty, so they're ready now for me to add something else to them. And I'm thinking, not that. Maybe the odd little twinge here and there. Yeah, you can set the KeyStep Pro to receive external clock through USB. I think you're right. All right, it's all very complicated. I think I'll keep it simple, the way I want to do it. You know what I mean? Find the systems you understand and that work best for you is my advice. And then good at doing that. Right. Anyway, let's just play this then. Yeah. Set the length to 64. Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple. I mean, it's learning it. You know what I mean? But I have had the iPad playing external hardware. That's easy. But this is a MIDI controller, isn't it? And this has its own onboard sequences. So I'm thinking, I don't know why I'd want this to play this, you know what I mean? There's nothing for it to play, really. I don't know. It's all very confusing thing. What would be nice is to be able to, I get it, right? So you could have a drum machine playing in this, and it syncs to this, plays the temp. When you hit play on this or this, it starts this off. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. That's probably doable. You know, definitely probably over USB MIDI, I guess. But that would make sense. Right, anyway, it'd be pretty cool, actually. Otherwise, you're kind of guessing now if I put a drum machine in here. It's hit and hope. What I'd like to be able to do is, you're right, is either hit this and it start both transports off, or hit this like you can with hardware, dead easy via MIDI. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just put some twinkly bits in there, aren't I? So again, I think my metronome was on, and like that. Very nice. I shall save the scene, and I shall also save this pattern as well, just to be on the safe side, although it will have been saved with the scene, but it's pattern 2, so we'll save the pattern 2. And now I'm going to copy the chain again. So the scene, I'm going to, well, I may as well save it now. I'm there. Copy scene 5 and then paste scene 5 to scene 6 and then select scene 6 and hopefully now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select mute for this scene. I'm going to go scene, save, scene 6, and that will be muted, but it won't be muted for scene 4. 5, I mean. And now I'm going to add some stuff for and on we could go with different variations of this and this. So I'm going to go back to scene 1 and yeah, have a listen to the madness. And I can turn this off now, so at the moment I'm finished with the metronome. So I'll turn the microphone down. I want to save that as scene 1 with those 2 muted like that. So save scene 1, because obviously I hadn't done that, and if it's not muted, it will play a pattern that's in there, sort of thing, as it doesn't know, you know. And then what I'll do now is, so this makes sense, because Project 5, although you're saving projects in KeyStep Pro, and there was still a few mistakes in them scenes that I'd need to address with muted channels like there that I'd obviously moved around a bit. But this is saved now, so save again. I like to save stuff all the time. Project 5 again, and what I will do is save this now and call this KeyStep KSP Project 5. KSP Project 5. And then if I ever want to load, no, it's not the project, does it? There you go. Project 5. And then if I ever want to load the entire thing back in, it won't save pre-KeyStep patterns. Saves status software only. No, but like if I, right, the thing is, the keys, all the MIDI data now, everything that I've just done, everything MIDI data wise, like pattern changes, memories, mutes, different patterns, pattern lengths, everything is now saved as Project 5 in the KeyStep Pro. Everything, right? And everything in AUM now is saved as KeyStep, KSP, KeyStep Pro Project 5. So now you'll just merge, you can just have, that's how you manage them. Watch this. Let's clear this, right? It's gone. Ding. Nothing now. It's still playing the MIDI Project 5, right? Let's turn KeyStep Pro completely off. You know, let's say you've packed it away. When you turn it back on, it defaults to Project 1, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to Files, where I have my last project saved. There was KS Pro. Look at all the projects. There's millions of them. Let's look at them. Look at them. These are all the live streams. These right, KSP Project 5, and there it goes. It loads back in. However, this is still on Project 1, but the MIDI will still be pricking up. Where are we going now? So there's obviously nothing. Oh no, there's nothing in Project 1. It's a blank project. But Project 2's Project 2 has probably got, yeah, it's got stuff in it, right? But it won't relate to what we've just done. God knows what this is going to play. So that's another project that's related to something in there. However, we know the Project 5, because this is KSP Project 5, I've just named it. So if I go to, Project 5, because I know that was it, load project, let's go to scene 1, and you're back in the game, dudes, which is brilliant. That's how you do that. And you can still, I think you can manage, you've got up to, I think it's 16 projects that you can have. 16 projects, but the scenes are genius. The way Arturia implemented the scenes in this is just absolutely brilliant. I mean, it really is clever because it remembers your mutes, it remembers your patterns, it remembers absolutely everything that you have going on. You can also use this control thing now, if it's in control, to MIDI map these controllers for each individual thing, I think. Anyway, but I'm not 100% sure on it. Yeah, I think it is because, yeah, it is. You can do it for different things, I think. Anyway, but I wish they would make editing software for iOS as well, especially for people like Wall who don't have a PC or a laptop or Spider. I think it would be better if they did, but you know, you can't. You know, it's what these companies want to do, isn't it? You know. I don't know if they figured everyone's got some sort of PC or laptop now, or somebody knows someone who's got one and can stick on the. I mean, because they don't update all the time, just every now and then. You know, like for instance, if Wall lived down the road from me, he could bring it round. I could update it for him. It's done deal, isn't it? You know. Right. Anyway, yeah. Yes. Track 8, and I think I've started track 9. Have I started track 8? No, I haven't started track 9. Track 8 is what I did today, and Joe's got it now. Shit, we might have the album by next weekend. Actually, probably will. To be fair. Is Dean still here? I've still got your work to do, Dean. I haven't forgotten. Sounds brilliant, aren't they? For so anyway, the thing that my point is there that everything I now know, I can totally, you know, forget about this project. Now I know it's project 5. I can go right. Okay, project 6, load project. That project is now loaded. As a default, it will just default to its kind of basic state. Then we could go, okay, don't need to save that because it's already there. Then we could just go, oh, okay, files. Oh, actually, I want to clear this one. And I've got a new project now and just set up for new things. I'll show you in AUM how you set this up. It's a piece of cake. This is kind of using AUM as AUM was supposed to be used as a mixer. It's an audio unit mixer. It's a mix. Or an inter-app audio. It's actually generally a mixer. But the cool thing is, you can use it to, you know, thingy. So, for instance, in a project. So, project number 6. Let's put in this time. We've got on KeyStep. We have 4 tracks. Obviously, track 1 can be either a sequencer track or a drum track. The sequencer track is MIDI track 1, and then tracks 2, 3, and 4 can either be sequencers or arpeggiator tracks. Yeah. And that relates to MIDI track 2, MIDI track 3, MIDI track 4. Now you can change the MIDI configuration as you wish inside here. So we've got for sequencer tracks or sequencer and arp tracks, it's defaults to MIDI track 1, 2, 3, and 4. For the drum track, it defaults to MIDI track 10 as a standard thing for drums. So if we load in the excellent BS16 here, sorry, it's hard we've done that audio unit, BS16. BS16 is great. So I'll go on to drum. Okay, so I'm going to go into drum mode for track 1, select it, and you'll see we have 16 little lights have lit up, which indicates if you've got a MIDI mapped drum machine or drum kit with 16 sounds, you can use all 16 sounds inside KeyStep. What we need to go to is one of the drum kits, say, it doesn't matter which one, the first one I find actually I'll pick. Room drums, and these are all automatically routed to MIDI channel 10. Right, hang on a sec. We need to set it up, obviously. So we go into our little toaster, and where it says channel filter, we select none, then select channel 10, and then select the KeyStep Pro. Okay, as like the MIDI source, and then we're good to rock and roll. Now, cool thing is now we can start to just put on a basic kind of pattern. Pick another sound. And this is like, say that would be pattern 1. So we'll go, oh, all right, then save pattern 1. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy pattern 1, paste pattern 1 into pattern 2, select pattern 2 so pattern 2 playing. And now I can just add some more stuff. So I could go to me snare drum, say. And I'm only using 1 bar here as well, don't forget. So save pattern 2, jump back to pattern 1, and we won't have the snare. There, where are we? So that's cool. And then you've got, like I said, you can go into your next track now, track 2, and add another instrument. So we could add another BS16 if you like, or we could go to the electric piano, vintage electric. Again, we need to set it up inside for our MIDI control. So where our channel filter is, we select none, and then just select channel 2 there, because we want it to be in channel 2. Sorry, I forgot. And you also have to select the KeyStep Pro as the MIDI source, obviously. And now it responds to, you know. Sustain pedals. So now with the I've got a bit of time. So with shift, you choose whether to record it quantized or not. And for this example, I'll use maybe 2 bars. So you set your pattern length there with last step. You can have it shorter. Obviously, you can have it only like 5 steps long if you wish. But now we could say, well, okay, maybe we want pattern 1 to be an arpeggiator. When we press play. Arpeggiators work slightly differently. You just switch hold on. nothing is you have to like physically start saving and stuff. Anyway. I've got hold on. So for it, like for instance, we can now record this, but like I said, if to quantize record, you just hold this, and if that is lit on, there's a little thing underneath this that says quantize. That means you're in quantize record. You can do unquantized recording or quantized recording. And the cool thing is the having a tap metronome on gives you a count and a 4 plus a count to hear to start, like sort of thing. So for instance, like I don't know. And honestly, it doesn't take long to build up tons of patterns and chains and scenes and stuff. And you're good to go. It is mainly a performance orientated keyboard, so I've already designed it more like to rig up all your like live gear. So you've got basically a central hub to control various bits and pieces and stuff. And there's people that used to hear 4 of these live now because of how versatile they are in the sequencer department, like, you know what I mean? But I'm not really a live performance kind of person. I do like for here on YouTube, but not kind of on the road. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Sacking Joe? Joe's not going to get the sack. How can Joe get the sack? She's the CEO. Yes, strike the like, folks. Strike the like. Don't forget to strike them to like them while you're here. And if you're not a Patreon, please become one. Quickly. Right. Folks, I wasn't going to do a live stream today. I need a drink. Hang on. It's pretty good BS16. It's great for this because it's good for demo and sort of MIDI because you've got all the channel splits and stuff. But yeah, I mean the sounds are pretty uninspired. It's a general MIDI stuff, any but. Guys, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been a blast. I just felt the urge to do the KeyStep Pro and some synths, and so how basically really easy it is to set up sessions and save a session in here the same name as the session in this. And it's great. It's so easy to recall that stuff. Whereas if you were using modular external gear, it's a lot more difficult, obviously, because you're patching in once and that's kind of it. Anyway, top job. Hopefully I'll be live streaming tomorrow evening with something or other. So yeah, I don't know what yet though. So yeah, anything else is where I might press it. £700 plus to update a synth is a bit rich. What does that mean? Right. Anyway, okay. Is nobody going to tell me what that means then? Hi, Sam. Thank you. Well, I will enjoy my dinner. Roast dinner. Roast. We like roasties here. Right. Okay. Guys, listen, I'm going to let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes. If Rusemaker isn't working as well this way, all you need to do with Rusemaker let's take KeyStep Pro out. I'll just let me quickly show you Ruse Maker. It's a bit of a pain, but you know, you can get away with it. So Ruse Maker. It's the same, Ruse Maker FM, and you are absolutely right, of course. So we're going to select this track, and we're going to have to go with our channel filter again. Channel filter number 10. Oops, not that. No, KeyStep Pro is the MIDI source, and you would expect now to hear the actual what's it, but you hit nothing. Nothing, I say. You need to hit GM key map, because this isn't general MIDI. It's not general MIDI'd up, but he has put, like Bram Boss did, put the general key. However, you don't get 16 sounds, obviously. You have to find the I'm going to turn the volume down of that particular drum. But isn't so? Did you update your Neutron? Could you update your Neutron with Windows then? Well, I had to use, when I updated my Neutron, I had to use a computer. Excellent stuff, Heinz. Thank you. Wow, that's very cool. Cool beans. That's brilliant. Well done, Behringer, for that then. Well, I love the Neutron I do. It's mega. Awesome stuff. I didn't know that. When I updated the Neutron, I did it via, like, oh, it was easy, but I did it via the, you know, computer. So yeah, you can use these, but you have to map them. Just hit general MIDI key map, and it's fine. Okay, I will definitely let you say ta-ra to each other, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Ta-ta.